Okay, so now what I'm doing, making sure everything's level across the roof line. And then I want to make sure these back two are plumb. So I'm going to put in my filler piece here. And the other thing I want to make sure is level. That back piece there. And my dash. My front. My side rails. Okay, so now I'm all plumb and square like I want to be. So then what I'm going to do is start marking all my pieces. And so for that, I have a Sharpie. So this could be consistent for all the joints. I'm going to make a run all the way around so that I know how deep into the joint I'm going to go. Then I'm going to draw a line so I know where to line up each piece. And I'm going to mark each joint so that I know where everything should line up. So as I glue up, I'm going to go around and do this to all the joints. So as I glue up, I know where I'm gluing to and how everything lines up. It's good practice to have all the joints this way. That way, particularly with these angles here, so as I draw my depth line, I will get the angle of this. Now since this is internal here, this is going to help me get the angle of this whole roll cage assembly correct as I take everything apart and glue it all up. So I will get all that done, marked up, ready to go. Okay, now I have all my joints all marked, ready to go. I have my new rear cross member under there installed. We are 27 inches between here and here so that our tire will fit. Everything is plumb, square, ready to go. So now we disassemble and start gluing. Key here is going to be to take a piece of sandpaper and lightly sand the exterior of the pipe and the interior of each joint before cleaning it with the purple cleaner and putting the glue in, putting the joint. Now you want to line up your lines and twist the joint a bit to draw the glue in evenly. So I will be taking this apart in sub-assemblies, gluing them up, and then assembling the whole thing. Okay, so I am gluing up these joints here. As you can see, I have used the PVC primer, purple primer, and then I let that dry. I took a little bit of emery cloth and I sanded around the outside and around the inside of each joint, and then I glue it up. I give it a little twist, and if I need to, I use a mallet to make sure I can knock all the joints in. As I'm taking this apart, I have a pair of slip nose pliers if I need to grab any of the joints that are having some challenges coming apart. But as you can see, I'm starting to join up. So I now have most of the front end assembled. I'll finish assembling this bracket here, and then we can move to the midsection of the car. Okay, so now I got the whole front end glued together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these two out, and I'm going to glue them separate. Then I'm going to separate this top section here at this joint, so this little goal post will come off. Then I'll pull from these two back here forward out, glue that assembly on each side, glue the top posts, and reassemble that. Then I will reinsert these two and glue them together. Okay, as you can see, I now have the full front frame assembled. I have part of the windshield back in for the roll cage started. I've got the midsection halfway done. So what I'm going to do is I will pull this apart here. So it looks like this. And attach it down there. Then I will attach at these points, but I'm going to pull this section off first. Now this top piece here, I am not going to glue in place. Very specific reason for that, because there's a plywood floor that goes down in this, and if that's in place you can't get the plywood floor in. So I'm going to leave that, I'm going to glue the two elbows, this elbow and this elbow, onto this cross piece right here, but then I'm going to not glue it to the rest of the assembly till after I get the floor put in. So I'm going to glue everything up, put the floor in, get that all secured, then I'm going to come back in and I'll glue in this upright that goes right behind the seats. But you can see, you know, I've got this roll cage here I still have to take apart and glue together, and it's all coming together here, and pretty soon we'll have a completely glued up frame. Okay, we now have everything all glued up from the frame, matched up to our lines and our corresponding numbers. Now what we're going to do next is that we need to put on these spindles, which are a couple T's that are angled back at the top at 5 degrees. And there's a very specific reason for that. It's so that we can allow the camber of the wheel to be correct when we turn left or right. Now we're only going to glue the T here and over on the other side, not the compression fitting on the bottom and not the cap on the top. Those we're going to leave the way that they are. They're going to be held together by the 8-inch bolt that holds the actual swing arm for the spindle. Back here we are 27 inches, and what I did was I cut a board that was 27 inches long so that when I was gluing up the frame I could put it between here and make sure that I did not get too tight in there, because if that gets too tight with a 26-inch wheel, I want to have about a ½ an inch front and back so that I don't get any rubbing. Make sure everything is in alignment. Now I've also not glued on these end caps yet. This one in here I don't need to glue yet because that's actually going to have a bolt that's going to go all the way through to hold on the bracket. So I don't really need to glue that in. Same thing on the other side. Everything else, all the joints now have all been glued and everything. And so once I put on those front spindles, then I will clean it and paint it. We're getting ready to paint the frame. From there, we can start making all the hardware that we will need for the that holds on the bike wheels and does the drive gear, the drivetrain.